Hi, welcome back to How to Be a Working Comic. Let's talk today about being an MC, the opening act. A lot of the newer comedians I work with know when they start getting hired for paid gigs and they're in clubs around the country, they're going to be coming in as the opening act. That means they're the first ones on stage. It's their job, their duty, to set the stage for what is about to come, which would be the feature act, the middle act, and then the headliner, who does the most time during the show because they're the ones that are selling tickets. People are there to see them. The opening act, all right, it's a way to break in. Now, I've done seminars in different comedy clubs about how to be an MC, and I've learned there are two ways to come at this, depending on the general manager of the club and what they're looking for. For instance, some of the clubs will say they just want an MC to come out and do their material up front. Don't have to mess around with the audience. Do their material. It's part of a show. Get going. And then do some of the announcements. I'll talk about that in a moment. There are other clubs, other general managers that don't really want you to do your material. They think your job is to greet the audience. You are the host. How are you? Anybody celebrating anything? Any birthdays, anniversaries? Get the crowd communicating with each other and with the MC, and it's almost like being the host of a party. My advice is when you get hired as the MC, or really any spot in the show, ask the general manager, and who's ever in charge of the club when you're there, if there's anything they expect of you, anything you should say, anything you shouldn't say. That's always good advice. They appreciate that, especially with an MC. If you don't ask, you won't know. And they'll say, why are you doing material? We don't want you to do material. Or why didn't you do material? That's what we wanted. Again, clubs are very different. Always ask. The other important part, doing the announcements. Now, some clubs will send out a week in advance a list of the announcements they expect the MCs to do. What are the announcements? Well, who's headlining next week? Who's headlining after that? Are there any drink specials? What about dinner specials? Do you wear a t-shirt on a certain night and get free admission? I don't know. They want to thank the limousine service for bringing the headliners from the hotel to the club. They want to thank the hotel for putting up the headliners that the limo services bring over. And as the MC, believe me, you won't see the hotel, you won't see the limo either, but it's your job to let the audience know that these are the companies taking care of the comedians. It's the way they advertise their services. All right, there will probably be a part 2 of emceeing here because I have so much more I want to say, but I know this is getting long, so I'll cut it short. So I will say, subscribe to this channel. It's called How to Be a Working Comic. My name is Dave Schwensen, and until next time, keep laughing. When we're done with school.